I'm going to be a little bit invisible today just because of the way my shirt is. Apparently it's close to green. So I've been thinking. The other day we talked about how we could manipulate NPCs to create solid choices for students, so that they had that opportunity to do it. And then I've been thinking, well, how can we as teachers know, or students know, in the end what choices they made? So I'm going to have a bit of a play around. I've had a bit of an idea around how we might be able to get this to happen. So I'm going to have a bit of a play at the moment. I've only got tops of an hour to be streaming, but what I'm thinking is if I just set up an array, right? So I know I've got nine different areas and 5 different questions for each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from there up. Okay. So the 9 different areas, if I get my OneNote up. Press the right buttons. Percent to fraction. Percent to decimal. Percent of a number. Making a percent. And scroll down. Percent discount, percent markup, percent discount, percent markup, and I think that's percent markup to sale price, and then sharing via ratio, and then the final one, scroll down again, is simplifying ratios. Right, and I currently have 5 questions, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be at least another couple later. So for now, let's say this was my array. So there's a key here, and that is black is not attempted, green is correct, red has got the question wrong. Of course, you don't need to use wool, you can use anything you want. And the other thing I was thinking is it doesn't have to be just based on a true, false, or correct, incorrect thing. You could use this to track student choices. So if you had 4 choices, you could have red, green, blue, and yellow, and they are always linked to the same choice. So let's throw an NPC down. I should work out what these coordinates are. Write them down. So 221 66 19 is the bottom, and the top is 221 72 27. So the reason this is now possible as well is probably more so because hi Matt, how you going? Is because I've recently found out that we can stack commands in an NPC. So let's say this is question 1. right? And we go into advanced settings, and we're going to add a command. We're going to add a couple of commands, and we're going to make them buttons. And I can't spell, apparently. Alright, correct and incorrect. So if the command is correct, we're going to replace. Yeah, if you reckon you can, yeah, you can jump in if you want. I'll need to give you my IP address. Let's see if I can find that without throwing it up on stream. It's only giving my V6. I don't want my V6, I want my V4. Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'll log into my router and get it from there. Alright. It's in Slack, man. Hey, the Jewel Man, how you going? Okay. So, yeah, I've found out that we can stack commands, which is a big change in what we thought we were able to do. So what we're going to do is this guy's question 1. We're editing this guy. So here is a question, advanced settings. So for the correct one, we're going to do a set block. And we're going to set 221 66 19 to wool, and I need to work out what wool is green. That's good to hear you're doing good. Set block. Okay, man. I think it's 3. No, that's blue. Two is pink. You think I'd have these almost memorized by now. 1 is orange. Is that the order? No. So I want green or lime. 13 will do, so that's green. So for correct, we're going to replace it with wool 13. Okay, now I need to find red. I think, yeah, 14. So for the other one, we're going to set block 226. 221. Let's get the actual numbers right there, hey? 221 66 19. 221 66 19 to wool. And what were we, 14? I'm glad you appreciate what's going on here. I think it's great. I think they're amazing. We've got some amazing opportunities here. And then we can TP at S. Five blocks away. And the same here. So this could be going up, down, anywhere. So TP at S tilde 5 tilde tilde, and then we can also give access to something else, so we can stack as many commands as we want. So if we wanted to open up access to that, or of a sort, I now teach teachers. So yes, I guess you could say I still teach. So we could have it so it opens up windows to access other ones, or any of those other things I showed in the previous stream/video that I did. So if I now toggle world builder and I get that question correct, I got the coordinate wrong, but you can see that's now recorded that, and that NPC has gone where? I've lost question 1. Where did they go? This is the problem. I should have teleported them. I shouldn't have bothered teleporting them. Oh, they'll be behind here, will they? Question 1, yeah. Oh, that's them there. They actually, yeah, okay. So, incorrect, we'll teleport them another 5 and change that to... So if you teleport... See, that's interesting. I reckon if you teleport an NPC, teaching teacher is teaching further and beyond from teaching. Yeah, maybe. Oh. I've seen this happen a bit. I reckon if you teleport /TP at S tilde... I reckon if you teleport an NPC into air, they disappear. Because question 1 disappeared that time. Okay. So let's... Okay, so if I do that again, they just slowly sink. I have worked out a way to make them swim. But see, where's question 1 gone? No, they're still there. Oh, is that question 1 all the way down there? No, it's just a lighting glitch. Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand what happened to question 1 then. But I have had NPCs disappear at random times. So that's, you know, correct, incorrect is one way of recording that. And then we do that across the whole thing. So we can work out very quickly if, like, the new map I'm working on will have... yeah, 6 to 7 questions for each of these topics that students may get exposed to, may not, right? So black means they didn't do it at all, or they didn't get exposed to that question. Red would mean they got it wrong, and green would mean they got it right. So at the end of the lesson or whatever, the students come here and they take a photo of their progress. And what we find... right, if they take a photo of their progress, what we find is a very nice heat map of what they can and cannot do. So they, you know, if they had red all the way up here, you know, they got exposed to 5 of those questions and got all of them wrong. Get that back. Got the first couple of that right. Right, we could very easily get a heat map of what they can and cannot do. So the idea being, hey Matt, where's your skin? Oh, you can hear me. I can't hear you. You're watching the stream. We can try. Let me see if we can get that happening. Start a voice call with you. It's going to use that, and you're going to go on stream if you answer, I think. Your mic's muted. I don't think there's push to talk on that one. I think that one's just live. No. Voice activity. Okay, so now you should be getting me through Slack, through Discord, yep. Isn't this fun? Doing all sorts of playing today. So yeah, that was my first thought. And then I thought, well, it's not necessarily just right or wrong. What if, so for example, this was the key over here. Again, I can't spell. Still can't spell. Really winning today. Correct. Ooh. And not attempted. Not attempted in a bad way, just not attempted, as in they weren't exposed to that. So then I had, well, what if it's not, straightforward? What if it's not a yes, you got it right, or a no, you got it wrong? What if it's just a matter of what's going on with your mic, Mac? What if it's a matter of selecting or knowing which choices students made throughout the map? So given what we've been talking about and in the previous video and with the mentor community around making choices mean something, and that's sort of why we're talking about disappearing NPCs and making NPCs come back and all that sort of stuff around that. So again, the black is not attempted. And then you could have any number of choices. So I think NPCs can have 6. So you could have 6 visual choices of students, of what students have chosen. So here, it might be A, B, C, D, E, F, and not attempted as the key. All right. So not attempted or not exposed, or however you want to say it. A, B, C, D, E, and then F, because we can have up to 6 buttons in an NPC. So we could then see what students chose throughout the lesson. So this probably wouldn't need to be an array. I think an array would make it easier for visualizing like this. So you might, go across like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 to 9. And then down here would be 10 to 18. And then 19 to 27, and so on and so forth. And then you can get a map of what students chose in this section. And then this could be exported, printed, and used to have a discussion with students about the different choices students made. So I'm thinking sort of if this was related to, so if you took this and put it into an Excel spreadsheet or a whatever and had that as this this square here, so let's do it. Let's get Excel up.
All right, I think I'm on.
Oh yeah, there you are. And I think you're on stream too, so don't say anything nasty. Speak again and we'll see if you're on stream.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, and you're on the stream too, so your voice is going live. So if in here we had the different choices they made, so what I'm thinking is if we had 6 choices, so that becomes 1 square. Where's what I'm looking for? That. So that's the 1 square. So if it's blue, you chose blah, 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 blah. If that square is green, you did blah, 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 blah. So students can actually keep a record of what they did or what they chose in each of those squares. Does that make sense? Am I making sense to you, Matt?
A little, but if I could see it, it would be awesome. I can't get back into your
Oh,
server.
you've lost. Oh, you've lost the connection. Oh yeah, there you go.
Put it out, and now I can't get back in.
Wonder what my internet speed is. Maybe that's having an impact on you.
Restart.
No, you should be right. I'm 51 down, 22 up, and I'm only using 2.5 meg on the stream.
And just all of a sudden, just
Spat the dummy. I minimized it. Doesn't that kick you out if I minimize it and go off to Excel?
yeah.
I'll probably just kick you off again. So I'm going to put Excel over here. Hey, come back. Interesting. The other Microsoft programs really don't like it.
A red
so
dot in the server, and now it's went back up.
yeah, I think it's because I had it minimized, which is annoying. So haven't you got your custom skin in yet? Can you see me as me, or do you see me as Steve?
Ew. But I noticed that I'm just changed version, so that's why.
Oh, okay, you haven't put it back in. Okay.
Right. So what are you working on now?
So what I'm thinking, and it's good to have someone here to talk to it about, in my next map, we're doing like a choose your own adventure math test, basically. So I've got a math test sitting here beside me, and I've taken the questions or the style of questions off that and mapped them out into different tasks and activities within the world. And then students, if they get them right or wrong, they'll get a visual representation like this red and green and black one here around which ones we got right and which ones we got wrong. So for me as a teacher, if students export that, then I know exactly what they can and cannot do, and so do they. So if they have all of, percentages to fractions wrong, then they know that's something they need to go and revise. And I know as a teacher that's something they need support with, and if we collated the whole class together, we could get a really nice, clean heat map picture of what kids can and can't do, as in what I taught well and what I didn't teach well. Does that make sense? Nothing but silence. Oh, there you go.
But now.
There you go. Yeah. So I set mine to voice activity instead of push to talk because I don't like push to talk. Too many buttons.
Yeah, I don't do push to talk either, but.
So, and then I thought, well, what if we can have up to 6 buttons in an NPC? I'm pretty sure still, can't we? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what if I wanted to set up so you can have 6 buttons. So what if I wanted to set up a multi-choice map that wasn't just correct or incorrect? So we didn't just have red or green. What if we had, the 6 choices? And whether each of those 6 choices is based on like, I don't know, it could be based on anything. But then you need some way of recognizing what choice the students made. So we've got a nice visual picture of the choice the students made, and then they could snapshot that using the camera, export it, and then relate that to an Excel spreadsheet where all the choices are mapped out. So if we had the 6 choices in this NPC here, we would just copy the text from those choices into an Excel document so the students know which one they chose at each point, and we can have classroom discussions about what they chose and why. So that's more for an open-ended, why did you choose this kind of thought process, I guess, more than a this is right and this is wrong. Yes, no, maybe?
You could hear me.
Yeah, I can now.
And sometimes you can't.
No, I still can.
But that sounds good.
So that's what I'm thinking. So, because we can stack commands in NPCs now, yeah? Have you seen that out on Twitter?
Yeah.
can't believe I lost question 1. They were only supposed to go 5 blocks away. See, and then this one down here is still down here. Hidden down the bottom of the ocean somewhere. But the other one's not. It's really weird. Oh, Matt, you're down there. See if you can get them to come back up. Put them up about 40 and back about 40 as well. So change the negative to a positive, I think, and that might get them.
Which way is back?
There's a y coordinate there, so change that to 40, and then there's a x coordinate, isn't there, or a z? So tilde 2.
Z.
Okay, so tilde. So change that. If it's tilde 2 or tilde whatever, change it to tilde negative whatever.
Now it says 20.
Yeah, I've moved them 20, so move them negative 40. If they're positive 20, move them negative 40, and that should get them back to somewhere on the island. You did that, didn't you? See, now it's disappeared. Hey, parrot, I haven't seen any of them in EE yet. Oh, they make noise too. Oh yeah, that got them back up here. Got them back up here right at the start, actually. Well done. So I'm trying to... I've had NPCs disappear when you teleport them, and I haven't been able to work out why. That's why I was having a bit of a play with that. So... yeah, so I was just mapping out what this would look like and how you could use it. Now I think this multicolor 6 choice thing is good in some respects, but it's going to need more supporting documentation. Like, you're going to need to be able to give students a rubric or a table or a something that says this is what you chose, and then get students to discuss that. So that's more for like your... I'm sort of thinking about this for Ben and Simon's new map. It might be applicable, is sort of where I'm thinking, or the animal farm, or whatever it is. Those sorts of choices that you make have an impact, and then that discussion needs to happen afterwards. Whereas for my maths map, this is what I need. It'd be good to map out the path the student took to go through it, and again, we could do that, but that would just be for me, so I knew, not necessarily for the students. Although if the students wanted to have another go and go about it a different way, surely they'd be able to remember that. Interesting that vines don't decay. I wonder if it's got something to do with fire tick. Destructive items are on, immutable world's not. Yeah, don't know. But I've noticed that a couple of times, the vines don't decay from the jungle trees. So you got any thoughts around it, or any ideas that you might be able to piggyback on top of this while we're talking?
Heat map idea. The students are generating this, or...
It's generated as they do it. So as they go through the map, as they complete the activity,
filled or whatever,
it gets it's set block, and it gets heat mapped out, and then they just, at the end of the map, they get teleported there, and they take a picture of it basically, and give that to the teacher, or use it for their own reflective purposes, is what I was thinking.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think it's I'm gonna, like, I don't know how much you've seen about my new build, but I sent a tweet out yesterday with a massive mind map.
I saw that.
I'd show on stream, but I think it'll kick you off the server again. So that sort of process around, well, these are the questions that are exposed to, and these are the questions they got right and they got wrong, I think is something that will be really supportive of assessment in Minecraft, as opposed to, here's a map, go and play it, and I think you learnt from that. So this will give us a real idea of what they did and what they didn't do, if that makes sense.
More difficult questions are at the top of this thing, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter in this particular one, but you could do it. You could set it up that way. It's all a matter of how you set it up when you're putting the commands in the NPCs. But that's actually a really good idea. Now that you mention it,
easier to visualize or the red is at the top. It's
Now this might kick you again. Are you still watching on stream? No. All right. Well, I won't show you then. If you're not watching on stream, I won't worry about it. So there are these categories, and then there are currently 5 questions on each of these categories, not built into the map, but planned to be built into the map. And then I've got another couple that I need to add for another sub-quest line. So there's 5 different sub-quests to the overarching quest, and there's a question for each of these topics on each of those sub-quests. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So how's Bentley?
He's awesome.
Hey, did you know villages are 2.2 blocks high? Not villages, NPCs. NPCs are 2.2 blocks high. I found it in their coding.
Change it?
Sorry? Can we change it?
That?
Yeah. Not in here. Not in here, but yeah, using resource packs we can, or behavior packs. So I've had a bit of a play with behavior packs and these guys to see what we can do them. And that'll be another day and another sort of video or stream or whatever. Alright. So what are you up to today? How's Bentley going? Did I already ask that? I meant to ask that.
Did.
Did. Sleeping a lot, we know that.
He's learning.
I'm guessing so are you.
See, I grew up with dogs, but nobody else in my family or my wife and kids never had dogs before, so.
Okay.
He's just a little stuffed animal, basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
Little teddy bear.
I wonder. I'm doing something, and if you're not watching on stream,
naming him.
Right. So I don't know how many times I did that,
Maybe.
but can you? Are you in World Builder or not?
I was not, because I had to move that guy.
Okay. Click on this NPC just in front of you, and click on TP map. What did that look like for you?
Stuck somewhere. Because all I see is looks like diorite or something.
I moved you up. Why diorite?
Pretty much instantly. On the
Y-axis. Should have. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no. I know what I did wrong. Yeah. Okay. I did the command wrong.
And on my screen, the command, or like the command output, came up on the screen like 12 times.
Okay. So what I want to do, I want to see what this looks like for you. So I'm teleporting you up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times. Let's go 15 just for good measure. 5 blocks at a time. Right? So what does it look like for you? So do that now. That only moved you 1.
Once. It said it on my screen, there's the command 15 times. reported
Okay.
to blah 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 blah.
Okay, so what if we do
Over and over.
this last one to be 10? So it's doing it from where you were when you hit the button. So do it again. Did that move you? So can you do that again for me so I can see that again? That's moving you relative to the NPC too, not relative to you. That's interesting.
Land right inside the NPC.
That's literally teleporting you 5 blocks above the NPC.
Here on my screen, all of them say to Y69, except the last one says Y74.
So, but you don't go to 69 and then 74. You just go straight to 74. Let's get rid of, okay. Let's get rid of a couple of these. Slash most of them. It's good to have someone to do testing on. With? What's the right way to say that, Matt?
I believe both of them apply in this case.
Alright, do it again now. There's only 3 this time. So that just teleports you straight up. So you don't see the 3 different steps, do you?
I don't see them as steps. I see the command outputs on the screen.
Okay. So what if they're reversed? What if we take you... Like, I'm trying to work out whether they run in order or run all at the same time. So this time they're reversed to what they were last time. Okay, do it again. Yeah. Okay, so it's the last command that you actually get done. So that time, according to... Yeah, you only went up 5. So it might have said you went to 15 and then 10 and then 5, but you only went to 5. So it happens in order, but the last one overrules all the others if you're teleporting. So they happen instantaneously. How can I explain this? They happen instantaneously, but the last one overrules. I mean, not that you'd be teleporting everyone using that sort of system anyway. I was just trying to work out if there was an order to them, and there clearly is an order, but they all happen at in the same tick, if that makes sense, which is interesting and cool, because if they all happen in the same tick, that's interesting. If they all happen in the same tick, why is that so interesting? Because we can't
commands that would cause a delay.
No, not that I'm
Would it
aware
matter?
of.
Like, yeah.
I mean, you could daisy chain so that you got teleported 5 blocks up, and then that block teleported you 5 blocks up, and then that block teleported you 5 blocks up, if you wanted to do it like that. But it was more I was trying to work out. They all happen at the same time.
Yep.
So if we did give you diamond chestplate, diamond helmet, diamond boots, you would get them all at pretty much the same time, all within that one game tick. I think. I'm just doing what the villagers are doing. How do I make you a moderator? I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that?
Twitch?
Yeah.
Somewhere, I think.
Because I can see that you're in chat. I can report you, I can block you, I can whisper to you. You're a
Do
friend.
it right from
mod
the
user. There you
stream
go.
page.
There you go. Now
It's
you're a
in
moderator.
your settings.
Yeah, I found you. I did it through the Twitch chat. You're now a moderator. So you can do stuff to people in the chat. Yay. Learning things. Oh, hang on. Okay. So, what if the first command was a TP at S? Where do you end up then?
That's a good point.
So we TP the NPC up, and then we TP you. Okay, so do that now. Ooh, show me that again. I'll go a bit further back again. So you went 5 blocks above the NPC. Okay, so what if...
Apply.
What if that TP at S tilde 5 tilde was the last command? Does that mean you get teleported up 5 and then the NPC gets teleported up 5? Okay, do it. Yeah. So there is an order to it. Now that's interesting. Because what does that mean? That means we can teleport the NPC to somewhere specific and then teleport you relative to the NPC after that. Yeah. Ah. So you could hide the NPC, so you could move the NPC to wherever you want and then teleport you somewhere relative to that. As well as give you diamond armor and all that sort of stuff. So the order is going to matter. That's intriguing. That's very intriguing. Okay, do that again, because you to put her way up higher, I'm guessing. So you only went 5 blocks and she went 15 or 20 or whatever you made her.
Yeah.
Because the tilde 5 tilde command happened before the teleport self command. Interesting. What are you doing to this poor NPC? Giving yourself armor. How far did you put her up that time? And why did she disappear? I can't work out why sometimes they disappear and why sometimes they don't.
I really wish their names didn't show through blocks.
You can change that with a resource pack, behavior pack, something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that setting
you doing to that poor NPC? To the ocean depths.
I'm trying to work out why sometimes they disappear and why sometimes they don't. I can't get my head around it, because where's question 1?
Where's question 1?
Where's question 1 gone? You know?
Labeled NPC?
Label was question 1, right? And they were standing here, and then they teleported 5 blocks away, and they ended up over here somewhere. And then they teleported 5 blocks away and disappeared. You know, and they're not in here. Which was the other option. And I thought it might have been to do with being too high in the air, but you know, they're not. It's inconsistent, and I can't work out what triggers it. So it's not a bug as such yet, but it's a concern if we're teleporting NPCs around and we need them again later. Although there's no way of teleporting them back in reality yet. Hopefully they'll fix that. So I'm sure that question 1 only moved 5 blocks. And if I can see that one out there, then surely I'd be able to see question 1 if they were here.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you teleport them into solid blocks? So if we teleport this one, slash TP at S tilde tilde -3 tilde. So you can still see them. So the NPC actually, like, you know, they are genuinely in the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, they break sand.
Oh, like when it lands on them?
Yeah. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, so it's not that. It's not them being teleported into the middle of the air because you put NPCs up miles. So why it's not this? Like I say, that question 1 is not the first time it's happened. It's the first time I think I've managed to get it to happen on stream. But I can't understand why some disappear and some don't. I find it really interesting that they are torches or pressure plates. That explains why I saw something in Mark's video the other day too of the NPC breaking sand blocks at their feet. Okay. You didn't just do that.
Just testing.
Just testing. So I need a... What's a transparent block?
Transparent block?
Pistons are transparent, aren't they? No, glass. Let's do glass.
Stuck in it.
Okay, now let's ask why. That's a sticky piston.
So is
What
it
if?
sticky to them?
That's what I'm wondering. What if it's not a sticky piston?
Oh.
That's alright. Push her. That was strange. So, are they classed as blocks? Oh. No. But having them stuck in the block. That's like, this stuff is getting really interesting. So what if no, what is it? It's what are the blocks that don't get stuck with sticky pistons? They're with slime blocks. I really should get going. I gotta get somewhere. I have a meeting in a couple of hours. A couple of hours away. Right.
Nice.
Okay, that was a bit odder than I thought it would be.
Oh, and you totally crashed me too. Me. Game just totally left. Didn't even get kicked out of the world. The whole game crashed.
Wonder why. That was weird. What happened there? I think I accidentally made a
flying machine.
a what?
You accidentally made a flying machine.
I think I did. I think I
didn't
just
go anywhere.
I think I just moved the whole NPC. And you're back now.
Yep. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I'm still here.
Still with us? So that's definitely holding the NPC, isn't it? And interesting that furnaces in this one so what application does, I mean, not this particular action right now, but what application does this have? Moving NPCs within blocks. What implications does it have? I'm not sure what it does. What does it do for us? Like, I find it really interesting that they behave in that way. Okay, that just broke him. Anyway. Something for you to go and play with. What are you trying to do there? Hey! That's neat. So imagine they're hidden behind blocks, so you can't get at them. And then you do that, you can get at them. That's neat. That's really neat. I like that. It's another way of getting them moved around. And probably a little bit simpler than some of the other ones I was playing with the other day. Alright. On that lovely note, I am out. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for brainstorming with me. And thanks for exploring. And I assume you're talking, but you're muted.
Oh, I am muted. Wow.
There you go. Now you're not.
Say goodbye again, because...
oh, well, okay. Alright. Thanks, buddy. I'll catch you next time.
Alright. See ya.
See ya.